Here we are again.
Episode 3.
Yeah, Tail Race episode 3. And where we at now,
Noodle Island is just another harbor. Well, not a. It's like a pier type of situation right here, on the other side of East Boston.
Yeah, we keep
It's like right.
checking in East Boston. This is supposed to be called Piers
like-
Park. It's actually right next to the water. You can see to the right of our. Again, the north end,
Basically,
Yeah.
or the city, man.
Yeah.
The skyline of the city.
skyline of the city.
You know,
Uh,
we're next to like a big shipyard.
Yeah,
And,
we went for a walk around it. There's a lot of artwork doing, like really cool murals, some paintings, a lot of like old boats. I don't know if they're abandoned or whatever, like, or they just storing
I
them
think
over
yeah,
there.
it's like storage. Like it's shipyard, so where they dock them and where they take them out the water and just keep them there. Right now it's getting chilly. You know, the weather's hitting like 40s.
Yeah, it's
the
like
40s
around
now.
45 something. Yeah,
Degrees Celsius.
Fahrenheit.
Oh,
45 Fahrenheit.
We're Fahrenheit.
Yeah, it's
I'm-
like
oh,
around
shit.
6 or 7 Celsius.
Yeah,
So it's getting chilly. Yeah.
yeah. If it was Celsius, it'd be really hot, right?
Yeah, if it were
If it was in the
45
40s, it'd be,
Celsius,
like,
it would
really
be
hot.
like around
Alright.
100 and something, over 100
Yeah, it'd be some pretty like intense heat.
heat. Yeah,
But right now it's pretty.
But it's
it's
a pretty cool
nice.
day.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice day.
yeah. There's not too much wind blowing, so that's also help of not being so cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a cool place. I think haven't been here before.
Now, this is actually my first time coming over to this part of town, of East Boston.
Even though you've been
Up
like
and down frequently up in this place, crazy, with
Yeah.
work, life, all this extra stuff.
Yeah, no, it's super cool. Like, what I like about Boston, bro, is that it's a really open space with a lot of green that you can see and you can breathe. Like, I don't know, it's
Yeah, like in comparison to like other places that you've been to.
yeah,
Like that one time we went to New York,
yeah.
you know, and
I don't know why I didn't
you
like
didn't like it.
I think that I have
I mean,
to
we
like.
went on a bad day too. Like,
Yeah, it was rainy and all, but I think that I have to give it another chance probably.
you gotta make sure that it's good weather.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know. So that's basically what's up.
Yeah, and we've been seeing a lot of new artwork doing around the town, and I've seen this tendency that the cities are trying to do.
Yeah.
I think it's it's probably with all this type of feeling that we've been getting because of the pandemic that cities are focusing on the beauty of the city. Actually, like they're trying to.
There's been a lot more like I've been noticing like ever since the pandemic happened, a lot of more government funds have been flushed into the different, municipalities and different cities across, the country.
I know.
So you're gonna see more roads being paved. You're gonna see better, infrastructure improvement plans. You're gonna see safer. For example, in the city of Boston now, there's like a whole bunch of different little like new traffic patterns and cones and changing of lanes and bike lanes and different things like that. That is part of the infrastructure of the city, but it's like small things like that. And
Yeah.
I'm assuming that there's a lot more funding in different programs and stuff like that.
I know that they did this program around here in East Boston that there were like 8 to 12 different artists that paint new murals around this area in East Boston, and they actually are doing like a mural walkout or something like that. That they get people together and they show all the murals that they did on the city. And also the city of Chelsea, I've been working some stuff for on video and photography for them, and they are doing a lot of street painting.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it actually changed the vibe of the city watching all this stuff, like from a gray area to now all these colors vibing up, and it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. And it helps like the kids and the people actually want to be out and also get the community together. I think it's something good that they've been doing with it.
Yeah, nah, especially like during these times that we're definitely, coming out of like a difficult time.
Yeah,
So
bro.
you need that type of stuff in different communities to, help make people,
Y-
feel better about their
Yeah, no,
situations
I
and
think
make
this
them
also
want to, push forward.
I
You
think
got to
this
give
also
people like
helps
that
with
motivation to go forward.
mental health for people, bro. You know, because all this being enclosed because of the pandemic, like, brings a lot of different issues to people. Like to be honest, I've been mostly at my home for the past year and a half, and it actually like it toll on you.
Affect you,
Yeah, it
man. It could
affects you.
affect you
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, because we're like animals of habit. So think about it. The whole world just took a pause. It took a
yeah,
stop. So everybody has to, when it took a stop, you kind of like were forced to look at your situation. You were kind of forced to be like indoors. You were kind of forced to not be interactive with people. So
yeah,
it definitely changes, it changes you. For example, I know right now I've heard of a couple different people like who have had issues with going back out into society and interacting with somebody, looking at somebody eye to eye, having a conversation.
yeah,
Their social cues have taken a hit, so they're kind of socially awkward, or they just prefer not to, interact with people.
yeah,
But I feel like that's what society is pushing towards. People, want more space. Like when you look at the way that people order food or the way that people order
yeah.
stuff
It's like
online,
everybody's
it's
been.
it's just the beginning, and it's already a big part of our life, but
Yeah,
it's gonna get
it's like
even
everybody's
more
like.
distant.
Yeah,
People are gonna be more distant. People are gonna be less interactive.
yeah.
And there was also that uptick of people who couldn't wait to get out.
Oh yeah.
Who couldn't wait to go on a vacation, who couldn't wait to go into a club or a bar or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a
That's
party.
true. Like, remember how it was? I mean, I think that we should start like telling them how we met each other, and then we can go through it.
Oh yeah, yeah. So me and Edgar met 5 years ago, or it's gonna be 5 years ago
In
in
February.
February of
Yep.
2022. So we met back in February of 2017,
2017. Yeah.
and we were both, basically embarking on two different like journeys. He was coming,
Yeah.
to America. He was
I just.
basically here in America now,
Yeah.
embarking into employment
By that time, I was like, I think 4 or 5 months since
into
I arrived
in the country.
in the
So
country.
you were fresh off the plane.
Yeah, and also it was my first time working as a server in a restaurant too. We ended up working on the same place, a restaurant in Cambridge. It was pretty cool. And then we started interacting with each other. We started talking about a lot of different common interests. And
Cool guy.
yeah, he too.
Cool
He's a
guy.
cool guy. Yeah. And
I don't mind interacting with you guys.
and we found out that we actually like one day apart for birthdays. Like,
Yeah, we have a lot in common.
yeah,
There's
there's
a
a
lot of
lot.
things that correlate between us, which is why we have such
Yeah,
a good
that's
relationship as friends.
and that's what we why we wanna start on this project with the podcast and all, and also to try to express our view of the world basically. And
Like I remember we always used to talk about like again
we should
going
do
back to our
together.
common interests. Like you like video editing, you like working with camera work, you like you do graphic design. You have different skills that go into things that I didn't go to school for, but I've always liked to think that I,
But
could
you
be in
are a
front of the
creative. You
camera.
are a creative person.
I
You
used to do YouTube videos, so we connected there, and we just spoke about dreams and ideas and different things. And this is just one thing that we're
It took us a
trying to
long time to actually.
bring things to fruition.
Yeah, but now we're here, and okay, now we can go back to how people were eager to go out to bars and all. We used to work at this place we told you before, and there were like, I think the capacity for the club it was like around 400 people,
Yeah, I think for the restaurant 400, maybe the club 300.
some something like that.
Yeah.
But with the pandemic, they closed out first, and then when they opened back up, they were trying to rush into open the club back. And I don't know. I mean, everybody on its own, but they,
Like we got to see firsthand every weekend and
yeah,
throughout the entire week, what the life in America is. 9 to 5ers wanting to just, you know,
they get loose.
just get loose and like have a good time on the weekend and
Yeah,
go dance, go drink, go have dinner with friends and and chit chat and vent and talk shit.
yeah,
And when we saw that stop, mind you, we were living that for 3 years. We had worked 3 years
yeah,
at that restaurant slash nightclub, and we got to see what one portion of society like falls in love with. Like
yeah,
that wanting to go out. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure there was a lot of people who were struggling because they couldn't
Go
even
out.
go
Like
out,
there
go
were
in their
people that
house
they were there like all the time.
all the
Like
time. Yeah, the
yeah,
regulars.
regulars. Yeah,
You
but
know.
but but it's weird because then when they start taking the restrictions out, you could see on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and all this type of social media that people were actually going out. Like they just lift up the restriction. That doesn't mean the pandemic
Was over,
yeah.
and at the same time there was no vaccine and there was no thing like that. So people were taking trips. At the same time, man, I
I mean, you can blame
I
them.
took
Yeah,
trip. I took a trip. I went to Vegas
yeah, you can
for a
blame
hundred
them.
bucks, basically. You know, for
Yeah,
a tenth of the price.
yeah,
But nah, a lot of people were taking advantage, and at the same time, it was like the first time that a lot of people could travel.
that's true.
A lot of people were like, "Damn, now I finally have time to go
Yeah,
somewhere," or
or the
or
money.
or the money was right, So they were like, "Yo, this is like the cheapest this would be," you know.
Yeah, there were
You
flights
never
that
know when
were
these prices will come back, so
there were
people took
flights that they
advantage.
were under $100.
Yeah, so people were taking advantage, but
Yeah,
yeah, man,
but I don't know, man.
it's like people. That's human nature, man. We need
Yeah,
to
we need
feed
social
our egos.
interaction.
We need to feed our egos. We need to see things. We need to experience things, and everybody does them at a different pace or in a different way.
Yeah,
Some people like going to the club, and some people like just going to the museum to see some
that's
art
true.
on an abstract painting.
Some people like video games. Some people like gambling.
Hmm.
Yeah,
There's different ways of
entertain yourself.
entertaining yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of entertainment and things of that nature, when do you think it'll be the next time you like go out into a space like that, like a concert or
I
a
was.
baseball game, basketball game?
Uh,
Since because I
I
know that.
haven't been there. Yeah, I was a big NBA fan growing up, and that actually took me to start playing basketball when I was 13, and I played basketball pretty much like around 15 years. I was able to play on the league in Guatemala,
Yeah,
and yeah, I was like I always dreamed of going to a basketball game,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
because
when I
out
moved,
here in the United States,
I
the
haven't
best
been there.
basketball league in the world is the National Basketball Association.
Yeah, and being in Boston, having one of the most iconic teams on the whole league, like most winning teams on the whole
You
league.
got the most chips, baby.
Yeah, nah, I think the Lakers with the last one.
Now we're tied up now.
Are we tied up now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 It's
So
not looking good for us
yeah, I know.
or them.
Well, but you saw Anthony Davis,
Got ejected.
and he was telling that they are right now they're not
No, they're
a
not.
championship team.
No, they're
Yeah.
not. You didn't even need Anthony Davis to tell you that. You could see that. And Russell Westbrook has been getting assassinated, but he's not doing good either. He's
Nah.
been doing like he's been out here leading the league in turnovers, and
Yeah.
it's looking like
I think.
right now it's looking like the Lakers would be willing to take a Ben Simmons, you know,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't mind to see a
I think
Westbrook
that
and an Embiid.
that the biggest issue right now with the Lakers is that they don't know how to accommodate all the stars that they have.
Yeah,
So that's what the coach is dealing with right now because you have too much talent, but you don't know how to use it at the.
no, No, but I think at the end of the day, everybody knows that
And it should be
there's
easier right
one
now that,
alpha male. There's one.
but it should be easier right now that LeBron is not playing.
But maybe that's why they don't know. Because the thing is, like when he's on the court, you know who's running the show.
Yeah.
Like everybody there has to, give it up. They got to give it up to LeBron. But right now that he's not there, it's like, you remember? I don't know back when you were in like elementary school or middle school. Oh my
Hmm.
God! Hey, the teacher's not here.
Yeah. 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 Everybody.
The quiet kid starts
Uh,
talking. Like certain things just start like
it's like
changing.
it's like decir, cuando el gato no está, los ratones hacen fiesta.
So
You
it's
know, it's like
it's like they're missing that nucleus
that like
that's holding
leadership.
everything together.
I don't know. Yeah, but I haven't. I don't know. I haven't been even thinking of going on
To
an
any
NBA.
entertainment event,
Yeah,
like
but yesterday the new trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home came out,
theaters is always
and I think I think the movie is coming out on December 19th or something. So that's probably gonna be the one, the date for me to go out again to the society.
nice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like for me right now, I would like to go to a basketball game or
I mean, either way, I
even
wanna.
a New England Patriots game. The New England Patriots are doing good, and I'm not even like a huge football fan.
I actually want to go just for having the experience of being on a basketball game, on an NBA game, on a Red Sox game, and all that stuff. But yeah, probably I'll probably gonna do it
This
next
year,
year.
yeah, or this upcoming year. What are
Yeah, I mean the MLB league starts in April, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah, probably
yeah, in April. So that's only
probably
about like
for spring.
5 6 months, maybe something
Yeah.
like that. So what do you think about what do you think about Thanksgiving?
Oh,
That's something that's something that you've been celebrating now for the
for the
past
past
few years.
4 years, yeah.
So how do you think? What do you think about that and the history about that and
I mean,
the
the
idea
the
of it?
idea of Thanksgiving is it's great. It's like you celebrating,
Family gatherings,
yeah,
friends.
celebrating with your family, with your friends, and like uh, being grateful for all the things that you have,
Yeah,
and that's something that we as humans should actually like have in mind all the time, not just to celebrate one day, because we here in America we are like blessed
totally,
with what
totally
we
for
have.
sure.
Most of us, most of the people that live in the USA, um, they have more
Than
than
most in the world,
most in the
like
world. Yeah,
we have opportunity. There's so much things you could do here.
yeah. So that's what we should be thankful for.
So going back, let me reverse that now. So what do you think about the history of it?
The history
The
of
way that we celebrate it and all that. We give praise to the pilgrims and the natives. They did not sit down in a big meal.
nah.
Things weren't like that. It was a massacre. It was a taking
I
of
mean, if you
and at the end of the day, you can't dwell on things like that, but you have to understand the history of certain things, and that's why certain people don't even like saying Thanksgiving. They'll rather give praise to like the natives and the indigenous people of this.
I mean, uh, looking it up
I'm
for
gonna still eat the turkey.
yeah, but if you look at it from a historic perspective, like most civilizations have been going through that.
Yeah,
Like Latinos, we were
it happens.
colonized.
It happens in nature with
We were
animals.
colonized by Spanish people.
Yeah,
You know?
it's colonized by Europeans.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that now it's not that situation no more, and we can't like that whole tradition of hey, we celebrate it because of this. Don't lie. You don't. That's a celebration from one point of view of history.
Yeah, but you can. I mean, you can, but
It's just
you
telling the
shouldn't.
truth. It's just telling
You
the truth
shouldn't. You
about it.
shouldn't try to like point out the fact that that, oh yeah, no, we shouldn't be celebrating that because that's celebrating the people that came from Europe and they stole the people's land and all.
But that's what
Like
I'm saying.
that
Like
were
in
different
today's
times.
society and today's narrative, where everybody wants to be woke and everybody wants to be in a safe place and everybody wants to be, you know, equal. Like every, you
Yeah.
know, and in some situations you can't control certain narratives, and in other situations you could. In this situation, people know and understand their history, and at this juncture that we are in society, with politics, with how people interact, with the history of people and the culture of people, there is a war, or there
No,
is
it
there is a
is.
debate going on.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
but I think that everything just resumes on the fact that you can please everybody,
No, exactly. You can't please everybody.
and people wants to be tolerated, but they don't tolerate other people's opinions, ideas, and all.
Yeah. I mean, there was no. I mean, you can make the argument that there was
Back then there
there
wasn't.
was no tolerance.
Yeah,
There was
back
just
then, yeah.
give me your stuff,
I
your
have more
woman, your
power.
man, your gold,
I'm
your
bigger. I'm stronger than you, so I'll take your shit.
yeah.
But
Nowadays we have systems that protect the little guy,
yeah,
which is why our voices and why social media and
yeah.
just little
This is
comments
why
online
we are
have so much
like
power.
talking right now. With,
Yeah.
you know, but we cannot cry over what happened a couple of 100 years ago.
Yeah, you can't cry over spilled milk.
No, I mean we can try to change things now and try to do things better now.
That's what they're trying to do. So,
But no, but like now with the situation we live in, but they are still using what happened before as an example, and it's I mean it's always good to remember our history because if you don't see at your
if you
history,
don't revise it, you
yeah
don't teach it,
you're
you
gonna
don't
repeat it.
yeah, you're gonna
But
forget.
but I think
So the
there's
thing is,
there are
the thing
different
is
ways to
like,
do it.
yeah. So for example, the different way to attack this, people are not gonna stop, celebrating
No,
but the thing is that they're gonna change. They might even change the name Thanksgiving.
yeah,
It's the same way how some
it's
people want to
like
change Columbus Day. They
yeah.
don't want to praise Columbus because they knew Columbus was not a he
He
was
no,
not a
was
hero.
yeah he wasn't a good guy
He
at
was
all.
not a hero.
Yeah,
So they changed it to
but he did
Indigenous
something
Peoples Day for some
like
people.
for some people.
But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, you choose to, that's the beauty of
I think it's how
America.
you say it. It's like change the narrative. Like for Spanish people, Columbus is a hero because he discovered America for them.
Right.
But
But
for
he was Italian,
the rest of the people, he's a douche.
you know?
You know?
So the thing is, like, that's the beauty of America, going back to, being in America. That, hey, you don't want to celebrate,
Don't celebrate it.
don't celebrate it.
Yeah,
You don't want to, hey, it's Xmas for some people. It's not Christmas for some people.
it's
Or,
Hanukkah for some
or it's
of us.
Hanukkah for some people.
Yeah,
Or it's,
it's like
you know,
you have the freedom of religion,
you
and
have
you
the freedom of choice
yeah
in certain aspects.
yeah
We could dive into a whole conversation of choice
yeah
and freedoms. And you do have a choice, and you do have a choice. For example, let's on a very controversial topic, coming from two vaccinated people, but the controversial topic of, you have a choice to
to
either
being
get vaccinated
vaccinated
or
or
not
not.
get
Yeah,
vaccinated, and that is your choice, and you have the freedom to make that choice. But with that choice comes consequences,
yep.
whether they're pro or
Or
cons.
con. Yep.
So,
It's
that's the
like
thing about America.
yeah
You could decide to drop out of high school. You could either become successful or become a bum,
yeah
for lack of better, or broader
better
terms,
terms. Yeah
of how that path would go.
yeah. I mean you can either make it or not, but you have the choice of dropping out of school. Obviously, if you keep going to school and you end up being a professional, your chances probably going to be like bigger
Yeah,
to be a successful person. That doesn't mean that if you don't go to school or if you are a dropout, you're not going to be successful.
yeah,
You know, so yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, life if it's a matter of choices.
and yeah, like definitely, life is a matter of choices, and those choices will determine your future.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
what's that little sound?
I don't know.
Maybe it's the wind. I think it might be the wind like pushing something.
Yeah, probably. I think that how long we've been talking right now?
Chilly.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up.
Yeah, so this has been episode 3. You
Yeah,
know, we're out here on Noodle Island in East Boston, a nice little
on
pier, a nice
Piers
little
Park.
area.
Yep.
And
Uh,
see you
well,
guys
yeah,
next
see
time.
you. Yeah, next time. Probably next week.
Tail Trail Podcast.
Yep. Peace out.